Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like toaster strudels.
You like the dizzy part?
Yeah, I like the way it explodes
You
in
like
my
it?
mouth and to swallow it down. Oh my god.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and the girls.
Welcome, fine purveyors of wonderful art, to the podcast that is called Holler. It is on the Book of Faces. That was the dumbest character I ever made. Hi, my name is JD Short. You can hit me up on the internet at JDSHORT. It's all one word. And I'm on all the other social media. Right above me right now is my good buddy, Brian. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man?
What's up, Holler Nation? Finally, we've made it to you. I'm sorry yet again. We had small technical difficulties. We're working on it, man. It's a live streaming show. Fuck, this shit happens. Anyways, nonetheless, we're here. We're going to give away Camo CBD 90s trivia. You know the drill. Talk to us. We'll pull your comments up on the screen. We love that you're here. Gracie is really proud of her drink tonight. She's drinking something pineapple. Gracie, have at it. What's up, girl?
I'm drinking Ace Pineapple Cider. And I went and got it on my break at work today. And that's all I've got for you. They're lucky I didn't pop one open.
Slow the fucking energy down, Gracie. Jeez. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out.
It's the moon, Mercury's in retrograde or something.
You know,
I don't
the
fucking
Gatorade and Burgundies and
know.
Gatorade, whatever. Anyway,
Alien.
welcome to Holler. It's the podcast that shouts you out. Our guest this evening is the lovely and the talented Kaitlin Hennessy of KaitlinHennessyArt.com. That is her website you can go to and purchase some of her wonderful artwork. We're going to talk with her about creating art, making art, selling art. I'm not sure if she can, we were trying to figure things out if she could see me or not, but I had a visual element. We'll see if it can happen later. I don't know. We're going to have a good time. How are you doing, Kaitlin? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm doing good. Now that
Good.
I'm online, kind of.
Yeah, finally
I
online
can
with
see
us.
you guys on my phone, so I'm like watching on my phone.
Okay. Well, that works just as good. So we're going to talk about your artwork. We're going to talk about everything you do with that. We're going to play some 90s trivia and give away some Camo CBD products. It's going to be a lot of fun. This stuff is really, really good. We're going to talk all about it. But before we do anything, we got to do a toast. And Brian, why don't you make it happen, bro? I'm going to crack this boy.
Product placement. I am drinking a Blue Moon Light Sky. This is not a bad beer, by the way. I'm impressed. All right, Holler Nation. I know you're out there drinking with us. Hold your drinks up. It's time to toast this thing and kick it off. Drinks in the air. Here we go. You call it puke. I call it throat meal. Cheers.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm
At
down with you.
officialholler.com.
Yeah. Woo! All right. Kaitlin, thank you so much for being on
Yes.
the show this evening. It's not very often that we get an actual real deal visual artist on our show. So I hope that it looks like you've created behind yourself a nice little
I'm
showcase.
in my studio room right now.
Okay, good deal. And it looks like there's a cityscape behind you. This is a
Yes.
Pokemon that my niece drew, painted. You probably can't see. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there.
I can't see. You're not on my iPad screen, but you're on my phone.
That's okay. I am not much to look at. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, I can see it though. I see what you're pointing at.
So, Kaitlin, your website. Let me make sure everybody knows about that. That's KaitlinHennessyArt.com, and I believe just to make sure I've got it all spelled right, is it KaitlinHennessyArt.com.
Yep.
And Brian, if you want to put that on a little crown on the bottom of the
Yep,
screen.
I was working on it as we speak.
So I just had a few questions for you. Everybody else probably has some too, but I'm going to go real quick on mine. You seem to be a bourbon lover. I can kind of tell that. Is that true?
So it's just funny because I did that painting just in this past year, and I have gained a lot of followers for that reason, for that painting. And so it's kind of been like my thing lately is doing a lot of different bourbon paintings. I am not a fan. I just haven't followed it as much as like some of my friends and my family, but I've definitely gotten into it more now. So I'm learning about it.
That's what's up. Because your last name's Hennessy. I'd have thought you'd have been. I'd have thought it'd have been like some form of like. No, I specifically drink cognac, but no, that's not.
No, that's the normal question.
I had another one for you too. I saw on your website, which is a wonderful showcase. You can go on there and check out. She's done some great still life stuff. She's got some cityscape stuff. But what I also noticed is that you do, is this correct, that you do like custom art on shoes?
Yeah, so that's actually how I started, like a long time ago when I was in school at Marshall.
Go hurt. That's awesome. So yeah, how did you come up with that sort of idea? Like, or like, was it, you know, because I when I think of that, I think of like me and my friends when we were in middle school, like doodling on our shoes because we were bored in class. You actually have these wonderful innate floral designs. What made you kind of go down that direction?
So I used to do a lot of custom T-shirts, and I started kind of seeing some different ideas with like the toms and stuff that were coming out. It was 2013 when I started doing them.
Because those are actually, they have canvas on them, right? Like actual canvas.
Yeah. So I just would do like a plain head, any type of canvas shoe. And I would paint like the whole their shoe. And they were normally some sort of college sport team theme. And then I would just go with the colors on those. But it was when I was like in school at Marshall, and just for like friends and stuff, that I would do different game day shirts, and then we started doing the shoes. And so and then every time I did something different and someone else saw it and they wanted a pair or something, and so it just kind of grew from there.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's great. What are the best brands of shoes to showcase your art on? What would you?
Now I do mostly Converse or Vans are the popular requests that I get. I did actually team up with a guy outside of Chicago, and he actually had his own brand made, and so he kind of sponsored me with his brand. So I tried to push those as well.
Okay.
They're like a basic lace-up style shoe.
Okay, I like that. Andy jumped into the chat and said, "Hey JD, is that Jigglypuff in the back?" No, it's not. It's Clefairy, and fuck you for messing up that Pokemon name. I appreciate it. Get the hell off the screen.
Andy, you're thrown out of the chat. Thank you.
One last little question, and I'm going to turn it over to everybody else so that I can drink. What are some of the tips that you would give to up-and-coming artists interested in doing stuff like still life or portraits? I've noticed that you've done some portraits as well. Or some of my favorite stuff I think that you do is the skyline work. It's very similar to, it reminds me actually, it's been very Van Gogh-ish, which is, I know it's a big word to throw out there in the art world, but what tips do you give to people that maybe are too worried to paint on canvas or that kind of thing?
I mean, my biggest thing is just I'm self-taught. I didn't go to school or anything for art, but if you have that creativity in you and that's something that you enjoy doing, like never give that up and just continue doing that and trying new experiences and experiment with different materials and stuff. Because the best way to learn from my experience is trying different mediums, trying different styles. So as far as if you want to paint realistic paintings, work with like an abstract and different colors and different mediums and kind of see how you can manipulate the paint. Because that's something that I guess I was so scared of abstract paintings to begin with because I didn't know what I was painting. But once you kind of learn how the paint works and different things that you can do, it really helps with doing even more realistic paintings. Yeah,
I mean, like you said, you're self-taught. Like, you know, some people just get turned off by the art thing when they get like, you know, the teacher comes in and goes, "I would like for you to paint me Lost."
Yeah, So
Show me lost
I went
in
through art
shadow
class
and failed. These are my new.
I don't
These
like
are my new
rules,
art professor
so
glasses.
I like being told what I have to do. But I mean, the more that I am scared of it, the more that it's a challenge, the more that I want to be able to succeed at it. So for the longest time, I mean, I have did it as a hobby, didn't think I'd be doing it full time. So there wasn't as much pressure on me for certain things, but I just have continued now. I mean, I didn't do it for a while, but basically since 2013 now, I've continually like worked on it and have made it grown.
That is awesome.
Kaitlin, this is a great segue for exactly the first thing that I was going to ask you, which is, the art that you do. I know that you're self-taught and all that. Is this a main source of income for you, or do you lead like two lives? Are you like business Kaitlin, in the morning, and then art Kaitlin in the evening?
So it used to be, and it's been about a year and a half now that I actually am on my own. So yeah, August of 2019, I completely decided to go full time. So
since you are your own boss, did you lay yourself off for COVID, or did you let yourself keep working?
I had to figure out what the heck I was doing because, I mean, it's actually worked out amazingly. I mean, what I do basically all day is sit alone by myself and paint. So COVID isn't that much different. But I did have I was excited for this being my first year, or I guess last spring, doing a lot of the different shows and fairs and stuff in the summer that I had planned on that had gotten canceled. So I had to kind of adjust to what I was going to be doing. But it's worked out, honestly, pretty well for the past year.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, weird creative question for you. When you're really getting into creative vibe, like you yourself, is there something that really kicks it off for you? Like when the caffeine hits, in the morning, do your creative juices start flowing, or is it sunshine through your window, or is it music? What really gets you going creatively?
It can be anything, honestly. It's normally like midnight. As soon as like nothing else is going on and my phone's not going off or I'm not being distracted. I thought when I had a full-time job and stuff, it was like I'm always up all night long painting, and to me it was because that was the only time I had to do it.
Yeah, and like, you got used to it, but now also the whole world separating itself from you gives you the avenue. It allows you to go down that path.
By the way, Kaitlin, I am the one that ran across you on Facebook, and I immediately tagged Gracie and was like, we got to get this girl on the show because I ran across you painting. And I was like, it was two things. I was blown away. First of all, I thought your art was amazing. And I do think that I would like to own a piece of your art because you're local. You've now been on my podcast, and I like to hang art in my house. So I would love to have a piece of art. We will chat after the show about that. But another thing about your art, I noticed right away, which JD hit on, you had a lot of bourbon in your art, and I'm a bourbon collector. This is what everybody knows about me on the show. So it was like, it caught my eye like right away. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, I remember seeing that whenever you had tagged me at first, and I saw that the bourbon.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, do you ever? I've got a huge bourbon wall. Sorry for the delays. I didn't mean to interrupt you right there. It's weird. Streaming is weird. A couple other questions for you, then we'll get it over to Gracie here. Sorry, we're just going to keep picking your brain because you're an interesting guest. Okay. Do you ever switch over to the digital side of things, or is that just not for you? Do you ever do art on the iPad?
I am trying. I just got my iPad for Christmas. Digital, it has always been hard for me because I want to touch. It's been a hard concept for me to
right
together. So I'm starting I have taken a lot of my work and photographed it to make prints of stuff. But the digital side of stuff, graphic design, all that I'm learning.
Really new.
Cool. Yeah. Good deal.
You can, in taking the photos and making the prints of what you got, you can have a lot of fun with that. You wouldn't be surprised how weird you can make some of the stuff. That sort of mixed media can work out that way.
Hey, Kaitlin, real talk here. Let's just say someone is watching right now, and maybe they've clicked on the link to your Facebook. Maybe they've seen a few of your paintings, and they are actually interested. Maybe they're local. We've got some local, Holler viewers. We've got some non-local. But let's say someone really wants to buy a piece of your art, and they're listening to the show. Walk them through exactly how to do that. They want to buy a painting. What's up?
So one way you can just message me as far as DM me or send me an email. And then I kind of give you more information that way. Or if you go to my website and you go to the shop link on my website, there is a couple of different options. I have it broken down to like wearable art, which would be the shoes. And I also do jackets. And then I have my original paintings. And so under the original paintings is typically everything that is like made and ready to go. And the price is there and you can purchase it on the site there. And then I have my commission option, and under the commission option, it's kind of broken down because I do a lot of different things as far as like portraits, skylines, or different things like that. I have like the bourbon one on there, and then you can commission a piece to customize whichever bottles you want. But so that's all broken down on the website. So you can technically go on my website and order right then and there. For commission pieces, I normally suggest that people message me first to make sure that you order the right thing, and we can talk about sizing and stuff.
Good deal. So do you do animal portraits, by the way?
I do. So I've done a ton of dog portraits.
Funny you should
dogs and
mention.
cats mostly. I've kind of have gone out into some other. I don't anymore, but I used to have a contract with Chewy.com.
Yeah.
Pet company.
Yeah.
So I would paint like 10 to 20 6x6 pet portraits for them a week.
Wow.
I was doing that for about almost 2 years. I did that. But
What stopped you on that?
so they changed management, and I didn't get asked to do it back.
Oh no! Damn you, Chewy. Yeah, I love Chewy.
They were upping it, which was fine, but it was to the point where I had to do 20 a week. And I was still working full-time jobs.
It's gotta be
starting to get too much.
Well, that's all.
Now that I'm not, I'm like,
that's all super
it's good
interesting.
and bad. It's kind of steady, but at any time it could have gone away. And then,
True, yeah.
But it has allowed me to reach out and to do other things that I didn't have time for before.
Corey out here in Holler Nation says, any other formats, like have you done posters or album art by chance?
So I have done album art. In the past year, I've done for one artist, I've done a couple of different album covers for him. Basically what I do is it's either a drawing or a painting, and then we've put it in the digital form for them to have. And I've done like t-shirts like that as well. So I haven't done anything where I've created it digitally. It's all still hand, and then I take a picture of it and make it a digital file.
That's even cooler, though. That honestly is even better. Just as a musician, if you've got some form of album art or poster that's actually a tangible piece, yeah, you can make a print of it that goes on all the other records and goes on the posters and stuff. But you also can be like, I've got the OG. It's on the wall. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit.
Yeah.
So, like what I'm gathering from this is Kaitlin is a jack of all trades. She's got you covered. If you just go to her website, everything from shoes to your pets to your bourbon, this girl can do it all. Kaitlin, random question for you, because I do one of these every show. There is no judgment being passed here, no judgment at all. So you give me your honest answer. What is your favorite movie, non-comedy? So don't give me a comedy. Give me another one.
Did you say favorite movie?
Favorite movie of all time, non-comedy, and no judgments passed.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, you could just blurt whatever comes to mind. I just watched. Let me get your wheels turning first. I just watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind just the other night because it's a good Valentine's movie. So if you haven't watched it, you need to watch it.
I haven't.
It's my gift to
So
you.
I used to be a huge Disney fan. Not that I'm not anymore, but
Yeah,
I still am.
That's
So glad
Gracie's
that's where you're
favorite.
going.
Is Disney.
yeah, I'm like, because I'm trying to think of non-comedy. But,
Okay, well, okay.
As far as favorite Disney though, like, I don't know.
Yeah, go your best. What's the best Disney film of all time? Go.
Put her on the spot,
I
man.
don't know.
She's on the spot now.
That's okay.
I am on the spot.
That's okay. It makes you strong. It makes you stronger. You'll come out on the other end a stronger person by going through the fire of a movie question. Here, I'll start, Kaitlin. The best Disney movie of all time is The Lion King.
Yeah. See, I just feel like everyone says that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch. What can I say?
You are
I mean, Lion
a
King is one of my
basic
favorites, but I was like 101 Dalmatians too.
Oh, see, that's the one that, you know what? That one's up there that people don't give that one enough credit. That's a very good answer. Very, very well done. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to KaitlinHennessyArt.com. That's K-I, or excuse me, K-A-T, excuse me. Let me run that back with a book. That is KaitlinHennessyArt.com. Brian will put it on the screen so that you can see it.
Yeah, you know, my widget isn't working. I tried to do that earlier, and I'm having a Be Live issue. That's the story of the night. We'll just roll with it.
We'll
Gracie,
just-
what do you-
We'll
Gracie,
throw it
what do you
on.
have to do?
Yeah, we'll throw it on the public
Yeah.
chat. We'll throw it on all that.
It'll be on the website. It'll be on everything. We'll spam you out, Kaitlin. No problems.
I think
Gracie,
now
what do you
we-
have?
Yeah.
My questions don't make you think that hard like theirs do, because I just feel like that they just don't need to, because I knew they were going to take care of all that. So what is your your most favorite thing that you've ever painted, whether it's like a commission for someone or just like your original artwork or whatever? What is your most favorite thing you ever painted?
Like skylines are like my favorite thing to do, I would say, just because the way that I do them is kind of like a semi-abstract style where it's you know what city it is, but it's not technically a realistic painting, and I just kind of get to be more free with them.
Mhm.
So overall, all of my skylines are my favorite to do. I think what I'm honestly most proud of recently is the bourbon painting that I've done. Well, the first one that I did, just because it got a lot of attention, and the first one I did, I spent almost 8 months working on. So it was a progress.
So what made you decide to do art? Like that was one of your thing. I don't know if you touched on it. I think the lag is a little bad. So
No,
if you
you're
did,
fine.
I'm sorry. You can just say you've already talked about it.
So actually, I mean, I went to college and grad school for social work. And in grad school, I focused on art therapy side of it. And that was kind of maybe the ultimate route I was thinking about going. And as I was working, and I just kind of started doing more and more commission pieces for people on the side. And I just basically, I had moved back. I was in Texas, and I had moved back towards home this way. And like the job that I got when I moved back, I hated. And I just decided to go ahead and pull the plug and take the risk and try and do it full time and put everything into it. Because at that point, I just felt like there was no more time. I wasn't sleeping. So there was nothing else I could do as far as I couldn't make more money. There was no more time to make things. So I just decided that I would try and do it full time. So that's kind of how I got.
That's cool.
Now, in a
nutshell. I love that you just like made the
plunge.
jump
Yes,
to
I
do
made
it.
the jump as soon as I was closer to home too, where I knew I had a little bit of support with family and
Mhm.
stuff when taking that leap.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay, and last one. Who's your favorite artist?
Oh gosh.
Oh man, sorry.
There's just so many.
It's a big question, you know.
It really is.
Is that a big question? If it's a big question to say,
you
I don't
know,
want to answer that.
well, you
Why is it a big question?
ask an actor
Like,
who is their
dude.
favorite actor, best actor ever.
But you're a musician, and I can say, Jamie,
Guys,
who's your
can we
favorite
just get back to
band? And you're
Kaitlin
gonna
here?
tell me
Let's be
Incubus.
real. Come on.
No, it's okay. You're giving
Alright,
more time
cool.
to think.
Yeah, that was the whole point too. So yeah, let's get back to Kaitlin now. Everybody, shut up and let her answer now, as fast as possible. Just kidding.
I still don't know, but
How about this?
I feel like I've had a lot that I've.
Do you
different-
prefer-
different styles?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's the style then? What's the style that you prefer the most of? Like, you know,
I think what inspires me most is more of an abstract style, just because that has been hard for my brain to do for a while. But there's just so many different things that I like from different people.
That's good. I mean, we can
texture,
tell
right
from
now I'm on a huge texture thing because that's new to me.
textures. All right, that's what's up. We
I
can
don't
tell
know.
from
Can
your
I give you a
website.
list of names later?
Sure,
There you go.
absolutely.
I feel like if I say a bunch of names, then I'm gonna forget one. I'm gonna feel bad.
Word. Well, thank you, Caitlin.
I mean,
Okay,
I'll give you some.
That's Caitlin. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing all that info with you. Everybody, make sure you go to KaitlinHennessyArt.com. We'll get you the link in the group chat as well as on the description of the episode when you're downloading on anything, all that good stuff. But again, this is Holler. It's the podcast that shouts you out. So, Caitlin, thanks for letting us grill you about your art. We're now going to grill the rest of the internet on silly, dumb questions, and we're gonna go get wild on the internet with you. Let's kick it.
Send your dick pics to Gracie at officialholler.com.
Which is honestly, it's the most fine art. It's the finest art is penis photos.
Have you ever
The finest penis
painted
photos.
a
I
Great
haven't.
one.
I have been.
Oh,
One of the
that-
weirdest requests I had was to paint Cam Newton on a panther, like a naked. They said they wanted Cam Newton naked on a panther.
Yes.
I didn't do it though. Like they never came through with it. I think
I mean, it's a good thing you didn't do it. He doesn't play for them anymore. But
Also, I put Caitlin's link to her website in the chat. So
get it up,
just
peeps. I
look
think
there,
it is
pals.
now time for us to go to the Holler polls. Is the segments of the show where we talk to the people out there in the world. Brian, do you want to go first? You want me to go first? We have
Sure,
two-
absolutely. Now it's time to get weird and fun. Caitlin, enjoy this. We're coming around to you, so start thinking of your answer.
Great.
Be prepared to be put on the
Okay.
spot at least 3 more times tonight, but watch how easy this
Okay.
one is. Watch how easy this one is. Caitlin, or no, I'm not going to start with you. Sorry, I'll get to you last. I'll give you time to think. The question that I posed to Holler Nation this evening is, if you could add an emoji to the emoji catalog, what emoji would you add? Because we're all texting and we're looking for that one emoji and we don't have it. And you know what, Caitlin, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's the baked bean. I need a baked bean emoji. It's quite clear that the world needs a baked bean emoji. Coming in a hot second is a corn dog. I would like a corn dog emoji. Mine are all food.
Corn dog or a pronto pup?
There
Where's
needs
the
Yeah.
pronto
to
pup?
be- there really does need to be a corn dog, aka Pronto Pup. Right.
Hey, we've got Holler listener Paisley out here. Says, I really like Brian's glasses. Where can I get some? Paisley, these are Kurt Cobain glasses from my Halloween costume years ago. So search Cobain glasses and you've got them. There you go.
There you go. I guess for me, the emoji would be boobs.
Oh, that's the answer. Gotcha.
Make sure you go to Kaitlin Hennessy Art.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it would be breasts, just bare naked breasts. How come? I mean, we all know what they look like.
Sucking on chili dog.
Technically, everybody.
Freeze.
I just
Yeah.
had to get weird on it. I had to get weird. Yeah, boobs.
Here.
My answer's boobs. Next.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yes, it is, Gracie. What's up?
I don't know. Maybe specific dogs. Like I want an emoji with my dog's face.
Specific
Yeah, they only have, like, the one.
Yeah, like I have
Specific
Australian cattle dogs. Like I have Australian cattle dogs. I want an Australian cattle dog emoji. Or like
You have a what? Cat dog?
cheese puffs.
That's what I thought. Give me a cat dog emoji.
You have a lot-
That's-
it sounds like you said you have an Australian cat dog.
No, cattle. Like moo cows.
Cattle. You have a cow? A cow is your dog?
I have a
that's
cow dog.
badass.
I don't
Him's
get
a cow dog. They're cow dogs.
even
that I
when
have.
you're a cat dog.
Yeah.
JD, we
Oh.
have a question posed for you in Holler Nation. You can have at it.
Oh.
There you go.
Paisley says, okay, but what size breasts? Like training bra, double D? You have to be more specific. Okay, I'll be more specific. All of them. there should be an entire category of every size and every shape breast in the emoji catalog, all the way up.
JD wants specific boobies.
The ones that go that way, the ones that go that way, the ones go that way, the ones go that way.
Because all boobs matter is the
All
point
boobs
here. So JD has just added an entire catalog of breasts, while Gracie has added an entire catalog of dogs. We're really covering all the important things. And then you got me, who's adding a bean and a corn dog.
Brian's just hungry. Brian's just kind of hungry. That's really all. That's what it is. Brian's a little hungry. Do you want to, Brian? Do you want to play some snaps or maybe check out some Facebook comments or all that good stuff?
Yeah, I do. But as Kaitlin knows, we have not made it to her yet. So
yeah. I was trying to give her some more time.
I mean, well, if we're gonna keep going with like adding a whole category, I'd say they need to add more liquor options.
Gotcha.
Really good idea, because we know what's tequila and what's bourbon, and we know what's Jaeger, and we know what.
But but they don't have all that on there. All they have is it's a beer in the martini glass.
Yeah, it's a beer and a martini and then like a cocktail. Yeah.
Dude, a Jaeger bottle would be pretty badass because that one's pretty specific. That would be pretty cool. I like it. Let's open snaps. All right, so time to head on over to Holler Snapchat. And, JD, this is the first time looking at this. I'm a little bit thin on snap answers. Also, maybe we'll just do one round and blast through them each. That's fine. We got it. Holler Nation, you guys can talk to us in the chat room. We'll throw your shit up on there, too. As a matter of fact, Michael T. Jet says, man boobs, ? That's correct, Michael T. Jet. All boobs matter, including man boobs.
All boobs matter, including man boobs. If there were an entire category of boobs, we would need ones man boobs with hair, man boobs without hair, man boobs with hair on the nipples.
Dude, check this one out from Corey Greshel. Need an emoji for Kirby Punch, and he even gave it like a little. That's pretty good, dude. A Kirby Punch. Good. Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Not bad.
That's pretty sweet.
I think he already invented it. We're good.
Yeah, he really did. So just there you go, Apple. Just copy that and paste and steal it. Give Corey $0. The usual. So we're gonna kick this thing off with a listener out of Austin, Texas. He loves the show. He goes by the handle Darth Lino. His first name is Lino. I actually started talking to this guy because he snapped the show so much. I was like, dude, where are you at? He said, Austin, Texas, man. You guys are hilarious. So here we go. Darth Lino. What's up?
More emojis. I actually came up with a couple the other day, and I totally forgot about them. But if I could bring any kind of any emoji, I would bring in more dinosaurs, because how are you only going to have 2 dinosaurs out of all the animals that are there and to choose from?
Absolutely.
We need the stegas. We need the triceps. We need the fucking You're right.
Dude, I got news for you guys. We're gonna tag Apple in this podcast, and they're gonna listen to us. And because of us, you're gonna get some things. You're gonna get boobs, dogs, baked beans, and bourbon.
And that is the name of the show. Already writing it down.
This next.
I hope you're okay with that, Kaitlin. We're gonna call the episode. Oh, hey, we'll lead with bourbon. We'll lead with bourbon paintings. Is what we'll lead with.
I think you guys have heard of this Holler listener. She has her own button.
Rachel! 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 Rachel!
This is Rachel, right outside of Nashville, Tennessee, down in Tennessee. What's going on?
I would like a snap. Oh, snap. Ooh, snap. It would be good.
Yeah, she's going for functionality there, because she probably types that so many times. She's like, just give me the damn emoji for it. You know what I'm saying? All right. And now we're going to blast through some text answers here. And we're going to start with Mike Perry in Huntington. Mike says, something that signifies binge drinking. I don't like the puke emoji. I want the yellow face with a beer bong. Dude, a beer bong emoji. That would be cool.
I was almost going to say that one.
Boom.
I thought that boobs honestly just is more encompassing. But yes, we need a beer bong emoji for sure.
Boobs, beer bong, baked beans. Next one comes from Mike Anderson. Mike Anderson says, Chip from Beauty and the Beast being crushed by a boot. It's oddly specific. Oddly specific, Mike.
What?
I don't get it.
I do not get that one, Mike Anderson.
Sorry, Mike. I like you, man. You're good, but
A little morbid, buddy.
Next one comes from Wheat Thin. This is Ethan. He says a kickball emoji. Fuck yeah, that's genius. He says, or the shocker.
Oh, Jesus.
Absolutely.
Those are worst.
Morgan Jones, Mojo in the house, Holler Nation. She's coming out of Lexington, Kentucky. She says a bubble, a cute little colorful bubble, like this one, but without Cinderella.
oh, okay.
Like
Yeah, just
cute
nice
little bubbles. Cute little bubbles and baked beans and beer bombs, bourbon, bubbles, and boots, crushing people. Kara Shea out of Atlanta. We are covering the whole map. Holler Nation. I'm really proud of you guys. We're all over the place. Kara Shea out of Atlanta says there should be an eyes crossed emoji out of frustration, because when I'm frustrated, having to keep my mouth shut because I'm so frustrated, I always cross my eyes. That's funny. I know someone else that does the same thing, Kara Shea. So yes, that emoji may be considered offensive by some. I would understand. I get it. We can't be offended by everything, guys. Nikki in North Carolina, we're just going state to state here. Nikki says, one that actually looks disgusted with people, like a combo of the eye rolling and the mean looking one. So Nikki's just being like, she wants more specific, like standard.
Like this.
Just half and half it. And you know, if I roll over here to Holler Facebook, like I said, we'll just pound all these out in one. We'll do shots fired next, guys, and then your favorite part, we'll give away some camo CBD with 90s trivia. And Kaitlin, you should be excited about 90s trivia. You know, you were there for the 90s. Remember him? You were there.
Yeah, I was there. I don't.
Okay, a little bit blurry for you. Okay, fair enough. We got some comments. Kayla Bell says, I said, this is kind of scary, Kayla. She said, I need a bigger knife emoji. And she put the knife emoji, but she needs a bigger knife.
Bigger one.
You know, hey, not sure what's going on in Kayla's world.
That's a knife.
He wants to know you really fucked up. Not just like a little bit. Like you really fucked up. Dallas says a narwhal. And Cliff Bailey out in Holler Nation says a broken pickle. Not just any pickle, a broken pickle.
Which will be a wonderful way to signify it's just not happening tonight, girl. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or she's like, you know, or he or she is like, how was last night? How you feeling after last night? Broken pickle. Talk to you later, broken pickle.
All right, I'm gonna blast through mine real quick too. I asked everybody, and I'm gonna go through mine, and then we'll go around the table if that's cool with y'all. I asked everyone what is something that's legal that you believe should not be legal. So we're going to start first with this one's from Kate, I believe. And hang on, we're checking some shit here. You can snap. It's Kate. She says this.
So I think it should be illegal to go to the emergency room for non-emergencies, particularly things like being drunk and belligerent and high in public and just generally being a public nuisance. I think if you're being a public nuisance to other citizens, then law enforcement should have to deal with you rather than you just getting dumped off at the ER and occupying staff, especially during a pandemic.
Oh, she's on a level. People. I like it.
That sounded oddly specific.
That was quite specific. This one's from Andy, aka Jonathan. Check him out on the internet. Kayla says certain situations require bigger knives. LOL. This is what Andy says. Fucking capitalism.
Jesus.
All right, this one comes from Nikki. Snapstar Nikki. This is what she got to say.
Okay, so I am a real estate attorney, and one thing that really bothers me is how easy banks give out loans to people. Like, it's coming to the point that it's gonna eventually get to the crash that we had in 2008. Now, granted, I was a teenager in 2008, didn't know anything about real estate market, anything like that. But I see every day people that I do closings for that barely make enough money that they're going to be able to pay their mortgage. And like, it should be illegal for the banks to do that. And I know there were laws passed after 2008, blah, 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 but something has happened and
shit's
Mountain Dew.
Fucked up. Yeah.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Yep. Wonderful follow-up to, basically, somebody who works in the industry is basically telling you that the 2008 crash, you ain't seen nothing yet. But that's all right. Whatever. Shit. God, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. This is from Rachel. It's from Rachel, by the way. It's Rachel. I don't know if it's Rachel.
You're beautiful.
Rachel, you're beautiful. Here we go. What up?
I mean, probably being like a Nazi or a white supremacist or a seditionist.
Yeah.
Any of those things should
be.
Yes, be illegal.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Technically, some of that stuff is. It's just who actually does do anything about them. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I think. Here's what I think should be illegal. Putting a boot on a car. That's
Yes.
Fuck that.
Get off my car, fucker.
Just putting a thing on a wheel and making it completely immovable. And it's like, what kind of statement are you making with that?
How does that person sleep at night? How do they do that? They put that boot on your car and they go to bed. Somehow they lay their head on a pillow.
They're just so happy with themselves. So happy.
Yeah. Oh, so many boots today. They were lovely boots. Honey, how was your day at work? I just fucked 25 people over. It was excellent. How was your day?
Brian, how about you?
That was a great one, JD. I got really passionate right there. Sorry. I think
it's legal. It needs to be illegal, Brian.
I think that it should be illegal to hike the prices of very common items like beer and Pepsi and even fucking water at events like concerts and sporting events. It's just getting crazier and crazier. I mean, there's no way in the world a bottle of fucking water that literally costs like 10 cents max that they are able to charge like $6 and even $8. Are you what? How? That should be illegal. If you try to pull some shit like that, you're under arrest.
Capitalism, man. Capitalism, dude. Gracie, you got something?
Yeah. People just having babies all willy-nilly.
Sorry, what? People what?
That's people just having babies all willy-nilly, just popping them out. Stop.
Hashtag
willy-nilly.
Hashtag
willy-nilly. Don't interrupt me while I'm shooting. No, wait. What am I doing?
This isn't shots fired. No, this is.
Well,
see, this is
right
where
here.
I'm trying to help you with it. It's something that is currently legal that you want to be illegal. You're basically saying stop having children.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly.
People should just have to like pass a class, do all of these things.
The Willy Nilly Act of 2021.
The Willy Nilly Act of 2021, written by Gracie Hunt. So here's the, just to be clear, guys, you may have babies, but you may not have them willy-nilly.
Okay, you can have them willy. Hang on, you can have them willy, and you can have them nilly, but you better fucking not have them willy-nilly. There's no way.
No, you can't have them willy or nilly.
Have you
met
my sons, Willie and Nilly?
You have to pass a baby class. People being able to have babies.
Have you met their cousins, Milli and Vanilly?
I shouldn't have laughed that hard, but I did. Holy shit.
I mean it. You know there are people that shouldn't have babies.
The guidelines. Today at our news briefing, there can follow the guidelines.
Kaitlin, do you have something that you believe that is legal right now, but you believe it needs to be illegal?
So it's kind of like on the same. My first thing was like parking tickets. Like I shouldn't be allowed to get those, but kind of stole it with the boot because that's what I was thinking about. But but the other thing I would say is I wish, because my own self-control. I can't stop, but that I wouldn't be. It would be like illegal to order Taco Bell when I was drunk.
Yeah.
Shit, I would be under arrest then.
Yeah, I would be. I would have
Well, then,
gotten
like,
the
what I'm
fucking
saying,
death
like, I gotta
penalty
do
for
it.
that shit.
Yeah, in like 30 minutes, I'm under arrest.
I have been lethally injected by the state board because every other time I get drunk, I get too much Taco Bell.
Hey, Holler Nation's out here with
Yeah,
some
it's
good
just a
ones.
bad habit that I wish I wouldn't do. So maybe I wouldn't.
No, you're right. That's a good answer, Kaitlin. Brandon Woolham out here, who, by the way, was our winner last week for 90s Trivia. Woolham, you are not invited to 90s Trivia tonight. You may not win. Woolham says it should be illegal for kids to be in all-you-can-drink areas / events. Damn buzzkill to have a screaming 3-year-old running around when I'm trying to drink my money's worth. I love it. That's a good answer, actually.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Don't bring your children in all willy-nilly to my all-you-can-drink area.
Don't bring Milli or Vanilly into my all-you-can-drink area, please.
Yeah, let's come full circle here. Somebody went all willy-nilly with babies, and they birthed Milli and Vanilly, and then brought them to the all-you-can-drink, and now Woolham's mad.
No, sorry, Woolham. I tried to make it illegal. No one would listen.
Dallas corrected me out there and said her name is Gracie Graves. Sorry, Gracie, I forgot your name. My bad. No big deal. Michael T. Jett says Ignorant Bastards should be illegal. That's my favorite movie, man. Ignorant Bastards. That's awesome. And that's all we've got from out there in Holler Nation. JD, is that everything from your way or what?
I'm pretty sure. Well, I think I have a couple answers here on Facebook, which we'll do real quick, and then we'll move over to Shots Fired. Then we'll do what y'all are waiting for, the 90s trivia. It's going to be wonderful. Pulling it up. I have. By the way, I've changed the name of the show to Willy Nilly, Milli Vanilli.
Hey, you never know. We still have some show.
You're gonna have to deal with that.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Let's see here. What's something legal that should definitely be illegal? Adam says, whatever the hell that Spotify is doing with our music, pay me, you slackers. That's a good idea. If you're getting stolen from, that sucks. Kayla says, chewing ice near other people. Root beer is another one here. And then we got Ansley says, blowing out birthday candles, then serving that cake afterward. Especially kids, they be spitting all over that cake. Especially now, COVID has made me realize all the fucking gross things that we did before. Very good points. There should be a minimum speed limit in certain places. That's what Corey says here on the group chat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You shouldn't just be, going whatever speed you want, willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly.
You can speed, but not willy-nilly.
You can speed, but it needs to be under the willy and above the nilly.
No less than
Willy. That's
than Willy and no more than nilly.
No less than Willy, no more than nilly. Right there. Done. All right, let's move on to the next one.
I can't stand either of you.
Guys, it's our favorite time. It is Shots Fired. Let's do it.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long, my wits blown.
This is Shots Fired, the show where we take a shot up something while we take shots against something. This is our chance to bitch about stuff, which we've kind of already have half of the polls tonight were bitching about shit.
Dallas out there says, I hate your podcast. Move on. You're horrible people. Thank you, Dallas. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mom.
Brian,
this one's for you, Dallas.
I believe you'll go first, man. You've got a Shots Fired to get out there, don't you?
Yeah, mine's like oddly specific, and this is inspired by Caitlin's bourbon paintings. It spurred a bourbon memory that I have, a bad one of recent times. Kaitlin, were you familiar with the giveaway they just did with the Buffalo Trace Marshall bottles? Did you see that?
Did not.
Okay, well, they gave away a special commemorative amount of bottles.
At Buffalo Trace they did?
Buffalo Trace. let me back up. Sods, the liquor store owners locally that have like 4 different stores. They own Stadium Spirits, for example, in Huntington, West Virginia, by the stadium. They did a barrel pick of Buffalo Trace, and that allowed them to label it a commemorative way. So they labeled all their bottles, 250 of them, with a Marshall logo, and it was a really awesome gesture. What they did, they let the public go buy these bottles, and they knew they were going to go fast. So they pretty much said, this is what time all 4 stores open. They all opened at different times, by the way. So you kind of had a chance at each store if you missed one, and each person was allowed to buy 2 bottles. Now I worked, this was on a Wednesday, and I worked like a normal work shift. I couldn't get to this place, but I tried. I got there right before my work shift, and there was a line of like 100 people at this first store, and each store only had like 40 some bottles or something. So it was like I had no chance to get it at the first store, right? So I went back to work, and I realized Stadium Spirits, they were the last place opening, and they were opening around 11 is what they said. So I actually excused myself, was able to get out of work an hour early. I got out at 10 a.m., went to Stadium Spirits. I was going to stand there for 1 hour to get this bottle because it's that important to me because I'm a bourbon collector. And there were already people in line. There was about 6 people ahead of me. So, I'm in line, but I'm thinking like, I'm going to get this bottle. There's only 6 people ahead of me. Well, the lady pokes her head out and she's like, no more bottles. We only have 6 here. So the first 6 people are going to get them. I'm like, you're kidding. There's exactly 6 people in front of me. No joke. Yeah, they were all going to get bottles or whatever. But here's my real shots fired. One of those people in line was a guy that had been to every location. He didn't go to work that day, and he was getting 2 bottles at every single location. And I said something to him. I'm like, really, dude? Like, you're not going to let people in? Like, let people fucking enjoy things, man. I'm a local guy that collects bourbon. Nope, didn't matter. He was like, no, I got to get 2 bottles at each location. Okay, cool, dude. I hope you fucking slept good at night next to your wife, the girl that put boots on people's cars or parking tickets. Because fuck you guys, shots fired.
Goddamn capitalism,
That sucks. I didn't know about that though.
That does suck. Actually, a lot of those kind of places are supposed to have a limit 1 per customer rule, but you know what? Again, unfettered capitalism. As long as you're getting your money. Oh, okay. Camden Park's Pronto Pups has got a shots fired real quick. I hate people who go 35 in 55 on Route 60 between Cerrito and Camden Park. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey,
the Pronto Pups in the house.
Hey, Pronto Pups, you missed it earlier. I said Apple needs to add a Pronto Pup emoji. So if you didn't tune in, I said those words. Just back up and watch.
So here I'm showing off my wonderful beer chugging shot glass here. That's full of liquor. And I'm going to go real quick. My shots fired. Jared Leto's career.
It's a Joker.
All right. You went from teen heartthrob to an Oscar winner. You were in a #1 selling rock band, and you still have a kick-ass voice. You've played both a Joker and are about to play a Marvel superhero. You've apparently even started a cult before. You've done enough, buddy. You've done enough shit. Can you give everybody else a chance to do some stuff? I mean, I'd like a cult as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
Actually, is that what Holler is? Is a cult to me?
Yes.
And everyone
Hey,
hates
hey, Kaitlin, check this out. We just had a Holler listener text me personally. This is my friend Marty, who also is listening to the show live. The bottle is right here. See that green ones? It's got the it's got the white wax on top of it. Pretty sweet. It says 75. Yep, never forget 75. That's a totally unique bottle right there.
I didn't know they had that out.
Yeah, well, you'll never get one because of crazy guy who went from every
crazy 2-bottle man.
Yeah, that fucking guy who probably wants like $200 for the bottle. I'm about to pay him $200 and just punch him in the face and take the bottle. If he charges that much, that's fine.
Free punch to the face.
Yeah.
Gracie, do you got a shots fired this week?
Yes, I do. It's a Facebook one. Surprise. Shots fired at people who do the copy and paste because they agree with something. How dumb are you and ignorant and illiterate to not have your own opinion about something that you have to copy and paste somebody else's 75-page paragraph word essay into your own status? Because at the bottom it says copy and paste. You look like an idiot and you look like you don't have any own opinions. So Find your own opinion and fuck off.
Turns out you're hanging out on Facebook. Most of those people don't have actually good opinions. That's how it goes. That's why it's not time to do that.
To you.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Shots fired. Kaitlin, this is the point of the show where you can just, if you want to bitch about something, just let it out. This is a judgment-free zone, and I'm not even talking Planet Fitness.
If you got hate in your heart, let it out.
Mine would just be to anyone that leaves their dog or pet outside in the cold.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the cold, but
You've got mail.
I don't like when they do that.
Don't do that shit. Don't leave them out there. If you're going to be cold while you're out there for an extended period of time, they're going to be fucking cold. And they're your dog. They're your dog. You're right.
I'll tell you, the kind of person that leaves their dog in the cold or the heat in a car is the same kind of person having babies all willy-nilly. It's a guarantee. Shots fired.
Putting boots on people's cars.
2 shots. Get the shots back. Hey guys. Chili Willi's Willy Nilly Milli Vanilli.
Yes.
JD, why? Why are you guys still on this?
We can't get enough of it.
It's so good. Chili Willi's Willy Nilly Milli Vanilli. Say that 3 times fast.
Or come enjoy a full plate of nachos at Chili Willi's Willy Nilly Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli is hanging out.
That's kind of like nachos.
I'm already drunk, everyone. This is great.
Sweet.
All right, so we've talked about art. We've talked about creating art. We have talked about, this thing and that thing and this stuff and that stuff. We've taken shots and stuff like that. It's time for the 90s trivia where we're giving away this stuff. I want to tell you all about it. It's Camo CBD. If you go to camocbd.com, put in the offer code JODI, that's JODI, you will get free shipping on, honestly, the finest CBD products this side of the Mississippi. It's the finest CBD products. They're fantastic. Yes, Brian's showing it to you right there. The chewables, the fantastic gummies, they're wonderful. This is the Revive Mango Orange flavor. This is the Relax Berry Punch flavor. We've got brand new ones coming soon y'all even know about. This one's called Lime Ice. It ain't even out yet, and we got them up here in the place to be. But y'all want to win some shit? That's what this is all about. We're going to do a 90s trivia game, and Brian, take it the fuck away.
Gotcha.
2 dudes, 1 girl, and a bottle of Jaeger. What could go wrong? It's Holler.
Yeah! All right, guys, it's 90s trivia time. First 1 to 3 is going to win the Camo Variety Pack. Make sure you DM us your address. We'll get it mailed out to you. Last week's winner, Brandon Woolham, ineligible to play tonight. We've got a few trivia beasts starting to emerge in Holler Nation. There's about 3 of you out there. We've got Big Mike, we've got Brandon Woolham, and we've got Lindsay, and those 3 win a whole lot of trivia. And you know what? If you guys just keep rolling along like that, we might have to do like a tournament of champions one day. I'm kind of thinking that it's on the back burner here. But
that's a
hey,
really good idea.
Holler Nation, this is for you. All of you that are left out there. So here we go. First 1 to 3 wins. Gracie is the judge. Your first question goes like this. What fashion accessory was invented by a high school shop teacher in the 90s? So think fashion accessories. Think something that got popular. If nobody comes in with the answer, I'll even give you a small hint. But this fashion accessory was actually invented by a high school shop teacher. They were really popular in the 90s amongst the children.
Fashion accessory. Now, are we talking? I know you said you weren't going to give a hint, but does it have to do with hair? Does it have to do with wrist?
Yeah, he had a great guess. It's not right, but that's a great. Corey said fanny pack. It's not fanny pack.
That was from the 80s anyway. That was the 80s.
Delaney said scrunchies. Kayla said bangles. These are all really great answers. Let me be a little bit more specific because you're going to get it when I give you this hint. You used to be able to get these things out of the 25-cent gumball machines. And you'd take them to elementary or middle school. Sometimes you'd trade them around. I will give you one final hint if no one comes across with this, and then you'll definitely get it. Yeah, there we go. Somebody's got it. It's Marty out there.
Oh, Marty in the place. The Slap-Its.
Yeah.
I wanted to say silly bands, but I felt like that was later.
Yeah, silly bands I think were 2000s-ish.
Yeah.
They were just shaped rubber bands, right? That
Yeah.
So the answer was the slap bracelets, not to be confused with the Pronto Pups banana clips.
Delaney, are you asking what a slap wristband is, or are you laughing because it's funny?
No time for it. No time for it, Gracie. Here we go.
Yeah.
Next question. Next question. What actor starred in 2 of the 10 top highest grossing films of the 90s? What actor starred in 2 of the top 10 highest grossing films of the 90s? It is a male. It's a male actor. Think of big time male actors of the 90s. There's only one that happened to star in 2 that were both in the top 10.
2 of the top 10. Can't be Jeff Goldblum. Can't be.
It's not Tom Hanks, but those are great answers, by the way. Great guesses. Think you're on the right track. Just think big time 90s male actors. We've got a few Leo answers. It's not Leo.
Definitely not Gerard Depardieu.
I'm going to give you guys about 5 more seconds, and I'll come in with the movies that this actor was in, and then it's going to be a typing fest of who can type it the fastest.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not Bruce Willis, but that's also a great guess. You guys have great guesses tonight. Okay, here we go. Here's the movies. Independence Day, Men in Black. Who could type it the fastest? Here we go.
You already know what it is.
Somewhere out there, the trivia beast Brandon Woolham is rolling in his grave as he watches it all unfold.
What? Hello? Is anybody going to answer this correctly?
No, guys.
We've got to get jiggy with it.
Okay. What?
Okay, we finally got some right answers. Gracie, which one was first? The answer is Will Smith. Which one's first, Gracie?
I got Marty first.
Interesting.
Marty in for okay. There you go. Hey, I have a question. There we go, Marty in the house. I have a question. If Will Smith could create like metal, like objects, like swords or axes and things, Will Smith would Will Smith?
Oh my God, I'm just mind blown right now. I don't know, dude.
If Will Smith later on, would you be able to ask a question? Will Smith. You know what? Will Smith.
Well, the past tense of Will Smith is Wood Smith, if you think about it.
Would Will Smith? How much Smith would a Will Smith? If a Will Smith would Smith?
Holler Nation, I'm so sorry. Cannon Park Pronto Pups says I am typing slurred. Well, that's because you got little corn dog sticks for arms. That's why you can't type.
Yeah, you got little corn dog sticks for arms, and
yeah, you got mustard all over the keyboard. That's what happens. So, all right, here's the next question. We've got Marty with 2. He's about to run away with it. Can he go 3? Take the camo. Here's the question. What Nickelodeon TV show kickstarted the careers of Kenan Thompson and Amanda Bynes? They were on the same show together. And if you were a part of the 90s and you watched Nickelodeon, you watched this show. And
Mom wouldn't let me watch this show.
that is really sad, Gracie. What the hell was wrong with this show?
They had the repairman.
Yeah.
And it was the fucking welcome to Good Burger. Burger. Can I take your order?
Kayla is first.
Kayla in the house.
Kayla Bells she also said she's driving and she still smoked you guys.
Don't do that. We do not condone that. Please don't do
that. Oh man, I wanted to scroll up for past answers, but I can't do it with my current setup. Okay, no problem. So Kayla is on the board. All right, here we go. Okay, this is still in the TV, still in the 90s TV.
Marty's gonna get this.
Still in the 90s TV category. 90s TV. Here we go. What is widely considered the first reality television show ever? From the 90s.
7 Strangers.
And no, it is not Ren and Stimpy.
Pick to Live in a House.
Seven Ren and Stimpies. Pick
seven Rens.
All Will and Nilly.
All Will and Nilly. Stimpy.
Kayla
Bell?
Yep.
All right. Kayla Bell says, oops, I clicked the wrong one. There we go. Kayla Bell says, real world. When people stop this light, start getting real.
Start getting real. It's the real fake world. It's all fake.
All right. We are now switching over to the category of sports. Good luck out there.
Oh boy.
This is not a bad one. This is a kind of a softball sports question here. Michael Jordan led the Chicago Bulls to how many championships? All those pictures of Jordan holding his hands up, and he's holding up how many fingers? Picture it. How many championships did Michael Jordan lead the Chicago Bulls
Last
to?
Dance, the documentary that was on ESPN.
Picture him throwing those hands up in his final celebration. Marty looks like he's got it to me, Gracie.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the answer.
We have a winner. We have a winner.
Hello.
Mango chutney.
Marty, Holler listener Marty Emerson in the house, local kickball guy. He's taking home the Camo CBD, part of Jewel City Kickball and other
Marty in
talent.
the house.
Corey, you were right. Just a little bit slow, man.
That was wonderful. That was fun. That was a good time, everybody.
It was great.
That was. So let's do one more shout out, Kaitlin. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're the silliest podcast on the internet. We really, we're very dumb on purpose, but that's the whole point, is to let some steam off at the end of the week. So, Kaitlin, will you shout out your website, your Instagram, if you're pushing it? Also, I believe you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do.
Can you tell us all about
I
that?
just started that this year. So.
Go check out the YouTube. It's so cool. Yes.
But yeah, it's just KaitlinHennessyArt.com. And then my Instagram is just at Kaitlin Hennessy Art. Basically.
Bam. Basically, go there for all of your art needs. I mean, she's the Amazon of art. No, that's not. That doesn't make sense.
You're beautiful.
Kaitlin, you're beautiful. Go to KaitlinHennessyArt.com. Also, Kaitlin Hennessy Art on Instagram. And honestly, if you search for that on YouTube, you will find her YouTube channel. You'll be able to see her actually, you've got like time lapses on there, right? And that's so cool.
Yeah, there's time lapse, and then I've started doing some like tutorials, do it yourself stuff. So.
Well, I know for sure that Brian is about to commission, more than likely, this is what I'm just going to put myself out there on this, Brian. I think you'll actually dig it. You should have her come over and see your bourbon wall and maybe take a few reference photos. Yeah. And then she can just paint the bourbon wall.
Yeah, right.
It's very visual. It's not just the bourbon bottles he has up there. It's also the guy who designed his shelves, the way it's designed, the way he has his cocktail area underneath it. This is how it is. I'm going ahead and making that happen. Is that cool with y'all? Making it happen that way? Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. Kaitlin, thank you so much. You were a wonderful guest. Holler Nation, thank you guys for sticking around. Kaitlin, we want to have you back one day, so don't forget about us, okay? I know that you had this one goofy night with us, but we're around every Friday night. Fun. Good. We're so glad to have you. We look forward to more of your art in the future. Everyone go check her out. She gave you all the links. Check out camocbd.com. Guys, brand is growing, and it's growing fast. We're going to have them on our next show. It's not next week, but it's the week after that, Camo CBD. They're going to tell you about all these new products they're rolling out. It's going to be a good one. We will see you there. In the meantime, I'm just going to blast the hell out of some stupid sounds. We will see you guys.
These are brand new. Nobody knows about them.
It's been
new.
55.
Oh, wow. On chili dog. Outside taste freeze.
It's been
Mountain Dew.
Well, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
I tried this one chili and it set my mouth on fire, and I had to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew.
Chili Willis.
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling.
I'm an Indian outlaw.
It's Brittany, bitch. LeBron James.
Guys, we'll see you
Milli
guys.
Vanilli came in town and they went all Willy Nilly and Chili Willies, and it was crazy.